Guys, this is going to be a review of the very first thing we did this year, force vectors. I'm going to go through it kind of quickly here, because I'm assuming you remember most of the sine, cosine, tangent stuff. If you don't, you can feel free to email me any questions you have about this video. And then you should also be able to use your old notes on it as well, because it's going to be very similar to what we did in the past. All right, so problem number 1. And we'll do the first 3 of these together, and I'll have you do the second 3 on your own. So we're finding the x and y components of this. So what we do here is we basically make this into a triangle. So this side right here is going to be the force in the x direction. This side right here is going to be the force in the y direction. And this is our angle, which is 59 degrees, and the force equals 70 pounds for that part, for the hypotenuse. So to find Fy, it's opposite, so we're going to use sine. So Fy is going to equal sine of 59 degrees times the hypotenuse, which is 70 pounds, and that equals 56 pounds for the force that's going in the y direction. So that's that force on, or the upward force there. For Fx, it is the adjacent side, so we're going to use cosine. So it's going to be cosine 59 times 70, and that equals 36 pounds. So that is our answer. If you want to check it, you can use the Pythagorean theorem to check that one. All right, on to number 2. Number 2 says, 2 forces, F1 and F2, are applied to the object in the diagram shown at right angles. So one's going directly up, one's going directly to the right. What's the total force in the object? So what we're going to do here is we're going to turn this into a triangle. So we're going to redraw F1 and F2 into a triangle. So we're going to have the side is going to be F1. It's going that way. This side is going to be F2. And then we're going to be looking for here is the hypotenuse of that triangle. So to do that, all we need to do use is the Pythagorean theorem. So we can say F1 squared plus F2 squared equals our total force squared. So F1 is 53 pounds squared plus F2, which is 105 pounds squared, equals our total force squared. And when we solve that, we get our total force is equal to 118 pounds. All right, so I was just using the Pythagorean theorem to solve for that one. Next problem. This one, find the resultant force and the angle it is applied at in the following diagrams. This one we have 2 forces. So we have F1 and F2. We're going to need to convert both of those into triangles. Solve for the x's and the y, the forces in the x's and the y direction. Add the x's, add the y's, make a new triangle, and solve for the angle and the hypotenuse of that triangle. So let's do F1 first here. So I'll use blue for this one. So this is going to be F1x. That is going to be F1y. That's a bad y. There, y. All right. So to solve for F1x, we're going to use the angle of 1 and the force of 1. So the angle is 52, so that 52 would go right here, and force of 1 is 90 pounds. So to solve for F1x, we do, it's the adjacent side, so we're going to do cosine of 52 times 90, and that ends up equaling 55.4 pounds. F1y is going to be the opposite side, so it's going to be sine of 52 times 90. Oh, I got one too many things there. So sine 52 times 90, that ends up equaling 70.9. So those are our x and y's for the first one. Use a different color for the second triangle here. It's not a very straight line, but you'll be able to deal. So this is F2x, F2y. So F2x is again going to be cosine because it's adjacent to the angle. So it's going to be cosine of 35 times 107. That equals 87.6 pounds. And F2y is the opposite side, so we're going to use sine. So sine 35 times 107 equals 61.4 pounds. Make that a little nicer, 61.4. All right, so now we're going to add the x's and we're going to subtract the y's because the y's are in opposite directions. So this F2y here should be negative 61.4 because it's going down. So again, we're going to add the fx's together. I'll use a different color here. We'll use this darker blue. So fx total is going to be fx1 plus fx2. So 55.4 plus 87.6, and it equals 143. For the fy total, we're still going to add them, but since this one's negative, we end up subtracting. So 70.9 plus negative 61.4 equals 9.5. All right, so we're going to use those things to make a new triangle, which I'll make in purple here. So we've got a new triangle that looks kind of like this. So this side of it is 9.5, not quite drawn to scale here, and this side is 143. We're going to be looking for this angle, which we'll call theta, and this side, which we'll just call f. So to find f, we can say f squared equals 9.5, it's 9.8, 9.5 squared plus 143 squared. So f equals 143.3 pounds. So that's the result when you add those two forces together. And to find the angle, we're going to use inverse tangent to find the angle. So we're going to do theta equals tangent to negative 1, opposite, which is 9.5. I keep writing 9.8 there, I'm not sure why. 9.5 divided by 143, which is our adjacent side. And then our angle equals 3.8 degrees. So these would be our two answers for this problem. All right, feel free to email me if you have any questions. Otherwise, you'll be taking a group quiz over this today. And let me know if you have any questions about that. Otherwise, I'll see you guys later. Bye.